an undersized, awkwardly slow, roly-poly. This is the visual that I would use to best describe middle school me. Which, not very flattering. No, it is not. And around this juncture in my life, I was getting into paintball. One weekend, me and my friend Wesley decided to hit up the paintball park. But this was the place to go if you wanted to play paintball. I always brought my semi-automatic Piranha. It was a decent gun, you know. It was pretty decent, except for the minor detail that it never shot straight. It couldn't shoot straight. Wesley brought his pump-action Titman, which it's almost too crappy to even mention, but I should mention that he had the agility of a hammock, and he had a head shaped like a vertical watermelon. He was odd. We're about to hit up the courses with our teams when a group of 5 freaking professional paintball players come up to our ref and ask if they can play. Play? Freaking play? My group was compiled of a bunch of recreational individuals who have never played high-velocity paint swapping before. And the ref had the brass to ask us, you guys want to switch up teams and just have all you guys against these 5? I would rather pee lightning than go against a bunch of professionals. But before I could even express my displeasure, this 10-year-old birthday boy just shouts, let's do it! First game. We hit up a course called Area 51. The game starts. And before I even get off a shot, I get double tapped. First hit, headshot. Right in the freaking mask, all right? Which happens to shoot just a nice freaking delicate spray of paint into my mouth. Second hit, I get hit in the hard candies. Right in the hard candy. Direct hit in the hard candies. I just wanted a fun-filled day of paintball. I didn't want to go against SEAL Team 6. Everyone was slaughtered. And then we went to go play the second game. We went to this place called the Jungle, and within 5 minutes of happy pain and anguish, everyone just annihilated, just gone. Everyone but me and Wesley. We were getting ready to cross the stream that separates us from their base, right? When something just blasts out of the water. A hurling mass comes shooting out of the water. It's a freaking 6'2" professional paintball player. Guy has a snorkel in his mouth. A freaking snorkel? A snorkel! This guy was waiting in a body of water for who knows how long. How long was he waiting in there for how long? So he takes out his barrel plug and he lights me and Wesley up. I'm talking about like over 20 times. We freaking hit the ground. And he's still shooting us. He's still shooting because he freaking has an automatic gun, so he's just holding it down. I stand up and I'm heated, okay? Because you're only supposed to shoot somebody once. One freaking time. I mean, what a tool. What a tool. Belt. What a tool belt. What a tool bench. The guy's a bitch. He's a bench. So as I stand up, I shout at the guy. I'm like, dude, you're not supposed to keep shooting. That's 14-year-old me. Dude. And he replies back with, it's part of the game. If you can't handle the pain, don't play. 14-year-old me had no comebacks. I had nothing. So I used one of my mother's. One of her comebacks. So I look at him and I'd shout, well, it's not. And it's gonna come back and it's gonna bite you in the butt, mister. That was my mom's thing. You just had to say, you had to put mister at the end of it. Mister. So the last game goes down and we go to a course called Hamburger Hill. I didn't care about anyone else but that guy. I knew he was at the top of the hill. So I hit dirt and I start military crawling up this hill with Wesley in tow. When I arrive at the peak, I roll up against this dirt wall. I turn back to Wesley and I say, guy is on the opposite side of us. On a 3 count, we're gonna take him down. 1, 2, 3. I tear from the wall and I slide down on one knee. I start slamming the trigger as fast as humanly possible. I couldn't even see because my mask was fogging up because of the intense plume of CO2. I was so freaking worried. that I was not even hitting him because my gun did not shoot straight. So I didn't stop until every piece of paint was let loose. And I knew if I couldn't hit him, Wesley could. He was my backup plan. So I looked to my right, expecting to see Wesley. He was still hiding. I could see his stupid little melon head poking out of the wall looking at me. I started screeching, Wesley, shoot him! Freaking Wesley gets up. I'm like cheering. I'm like, yes, Wesley! And he shoots me in the thigh. It didn't even break, which hurts like 10 times worse when they don't break. I just screamed, son of a Wesley! I turned back to tool bench. And it took me a second to realize that something celestial had happened. Every single shot was an unequivocal direct hit. Now, because I fell to my knee in proper Rambo stance, and because he was facing the opposite direction in a crouching position, like so, I probably shot his butthole like 30 to 35 times. I don't even know to be exact. I freaking shot him like 30 to 35, maybe even 40. I don't even know. That head is so freaking bad, it hurt so bad. I knew I was a dead man as soon as I saw it. So I freaking, as nimble as possible, barrel roll out of this back to Wesley. And I go up and I grab Wesley by the turtleneck. And I'm like, we gotta go! We gotta go, Wesley! So we start tearing cheek back to the holding pen where all the players are. About this time, Tool Bench freaking comes walking up, grabbing his cheek. He started shouting, he shoves the ref aside. Someone should be 30 times. I want to know who did this. Who did this? He walks up to every single player and I just eyes him down. He's out for blood and he gets to me and he's just staring me down. He couldn't see my face because it was concealed by the blue tint of a paintball mask. But if he could see it, he would have seen a smile that can only be created by a moment that comes full freaking circle. Everybody's had one of those moments where something happens and you think back on it and you're like, oh, why didn't I say that? That would have been the best. And you would have been that freaking verbal hero that you were always meant to be, a shimmering knight of the comeback sentence. This was that moment, except I said it. 14-year-old me did it. I simply look at him and I say, well, it looks like crap came back and bit you in the butt, mister. It was perfect. It was perfections. So that's all that happened. That's all I got.